Drug treatment courts are a growing trend across the country, and one here in Wisconsin is receiving a bit of help. The Taylor County Hybrid Treatment Court has been around for a decade and recently received a contribution from Aspirus Medford Hospital. They recently provided $9,000 to local treatment court programs. The programs offer support through monitoring and case management to ensure participants receive necessary treatment rather than just sentencing them to jail or prison.
A snowmobiler fell through the ice on a Tomahawk Lake today. Here's some pictures from Bulldog Off-Road Recovery Service. The rider was following someone else's tracks on Lake Mahoxon by the North Train Trestle. He and his sled fell through. He was able to swim to some thicker ice and roll over onto it. Bulldog used underwater cameras to locate the sled, got a hook on it, and pulled it out. The whole recovery took around a few hours. According to the owner of Bulldog, this is the 8th or 9th snowmobile he's brought out of a lake this season. It was a great start to the snowmobile season for many, with snow coming early and often in late November and early December.
But sadly, that trend has stopped, and recent days with above freezing temperatures are not helping the trails. Newswatch 12's Matt Weaver spoke with one of the clubs in the area and has more.
I think everybody up here prays for snow.
For Northwood snowmobilers, it's been a while since the last winter storm.
It's getting a little worn out. It's not as sticky as we want it. We haven't had any good, a lot of good fresh snow recently.
Keith Nettesheim is the trail boss for the Snow Eagles Snowmobile Club, and he's been doing his best with the old snow.
And the conditions, the warm weather, the cold weather, allowed that to happen where we got a nice ice base underneath this, the snow. So the trails, that's why the trails are holding up actually a little bit better than what we would have normally thought they would be.
He says the heavy accumulation early in the season laid a solid foundation.
As a groomer driver, you can make the trail look absolutely beautiful, but it doesn't hold up as long as you want it to when you got that fresh snow and, a good base.
The Northwoods has seen lots of temperatures near or above freezing, which makes for tricky trail shaping.
In those thin areas, yeah, you got to be very careful when you're pulling that drag, because you're right down to the ground in some places. What you don't want to do, you don't want to stir that up, but you also want to knock down the moguls, and try to bring some of that snow back into the trail for the riders.
While avid riders wait for the better snow, club websites have all the details they need to stay safe out there.
You don't know what's coming towards you, and you don't know what those trail conditions are going to be when you get out there. Always ride right, ride with caution.
In Eagle River, Matt Weaver, Newswatch 12.
For the first time in nearly 3 years, inflation has fallen. We'll explain what this means for your wallet.
And it was a dangerous day across several southern states. We'll have a look at the destruction left behind after a tornado. That's After Weather with Conrad right here on Newswatch 12.
Menke Automotive is your new neighbor in central Wisconsin. So now you've got a friend in the auto business. Menke Automotive prides ourselves on having happy employees because happy employees make for happy customers. When you need a new Buick, GMC, or Mazda, expert service, precision body work, or just a hot cup of coffee, come in and get to know us at Menke Automotive at the old Fred Miller location on Grand Avenue in Schofield. Menke Automotive, your new neighbors in central Wisconsin.
Here's your Newswatch 12 Snowmobile Trail Report, brought to you by your local Northern Wisconsin and Upper Peninsula Ski-Doo dealers.
Today, it seems everyone can be their own service technician thanks to the internet. From servicing their own cars and engines to home remodels and projects, people are trying a little of everything. Here at Maher Water Corporation, we employ nationally certified and factory-trained technicians to keep your water treatment systems working to their full lives. We will treat you like our own family.
So if you want us to service your equipment, give us a call. But if you're the fix-it-yourself kind of person, we'll enjoy your funny video clips.
When you rent a Culligan water softener, there is no down payment or maintenance costs. Imagine all you could do with the savings. Dive into better water. Contact your local Culligan water dealer.
The Northwoods provides plenty of beauty year-round, and the weather events that develop can produce some amazing photos. Submit yours online at WJFW's weather photo section on the website to share with the WJFW weather team.
And welcome back, everyone. It is snowmobiling season. Of course, we've had the trails open for the last several weeks. If you like going on jumps, doing anything extreme, this is your time right now. Do it before Monday, because that's when it's going to be a little bit more of a wintry mess. We'll have a little bit more rain. The trails are definitely not going to be in the best shape. And then by next week, don't you worry, more snow will be back. We do have around 8-9 inches of snowfall here in town, around 5 to 6 in Wausau, pretty much 0 by Green Bay, and that's because they had all that warmer air that just made its way up enough to melt all of that snow they had closer by the lake. But right now we have some cloudy skies, a couple of flurries in the area. Not much accumulative snowfall. There is a little pocket of snow south of Green Bay that is starting to dissipate and continuing to move south and east. So as one system moves out of the region, another one is on its way. Take a look at this northeastern storm right now. Wow, it's getting really big. It's starting to intensify. Lots of rain, lots of snowfall in there. For the central part of the country, we're mostly in the clear, lots of sunshine. That's going to be continuing. And then the West Coast, of course, they're getting rounds of rain. That is actually going to be our next system that's going to be moving in Sunday night. So it's just a couple of days away. This one's going to be a warmer one. So we're going to get a little bit of a wintry mix at the start. Quickly transitioning to some rain showers, a little bit of a wintry mix overall on Monday. Temperatures will be in the mid-30s, so that means there's going to be a lot of melting going on. It's going to be a whole mess outside, becoming all rain Monday, then transitioning once again to a rain and snow mix overnight. And then on Tuesday, we'll have some lingering snow showers. Wednesday, we're going to be in the clear, so get ready for another messy low-pressure system that's going to be moving in just 48 to 64 hours, so get ready for that. Then we're in the clear by Wednesday. Thursday, though, another system starts to roll on in, and that's going to last through Friday. Temperatures right now, we're hovering in those lower 20s, so not too bad. But mind you, earlier today, we did have close to freezing temperatures. Things started to melt. We did have some slush on the ground. Guess what? Now it's starting to freeze up. It's very slick out there, so be careful all across the state. We're not the only ones that are cooling down. Even Green Bay, the Packers are cooling down right now. They're hovering in the pretty much lower 30s right now. The rest of the week, we're going to be warm. Look at Sunday. Look at Monday especially. 36 degrees. This is going to be our high temperature. Our average should be at around 22 degrees this time of year. Then by the end of next week, that's when we finally start to cool down just a little bit. I'm looking at trends further down than that, and it does look like more colder air will be moving in very shortly after that. We do have a bit of a breeze outside right now, wind gusts close to 20 to 25 miles an hour in some spots, so hold your hats and get ready for that. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show that rain and snow on Monday, snow showers lingering into Tuesday, and then finally we clear out by Wednesday. Jessica?
Opening statements began Thursday in the seditious conspiracy trial of 5 Proud Boy leaders in connection with the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Prosecutors showed dozens of messages, social media posts, and video clips in court, arguing that the defendants not only planned and participated in the attack on the Capitol, but recruited others to join them. The Proud Boys chairman and 4 members have all pled not guilty to charges that include seditious conspiracy, conspiracy to obstruct, and obstructing an official proceeding. Prosecutors accuse them of threatening the foundations of U.S. democracy by planning to use, quote, any means necessary to stop Congress from certifying election results and transferring the presidency to Joe Biden.
Lawyers for President Joe Biden have found classified documents in Biden's garage in Delaware. It's the second batch of documents found in the past few days. Attorney General Merrick Garland says special counsel Robert Hur will look into the matter. Hur served in the Trump administration as the U.S. attorney in Maryland. Biden is fully cooperating with the investigation.
The Consumer Price Index has fallen among all urban consumers. In December, the CPI fell 0.1%, the largest monthly drop since April 2020. That's according to the U.S. Department of Labor. The Consumer Price Index measures the cost of a broad range of consumer goods and services. A sharp drop in gasoline prices was by far one of the biggest contributors to the decrease. Prices at the pump tumbled and now down more than 1% from a year ago after surging in mid-2022. However, food prices and shelter costs increased 0.3% in the final month of the year. Other indices that increased in December included apparel, household furnishings, recreation, and car insurance.
The Transportation Secretary is pushing the FAA to upgrade its infrastructure after it caused thousands of flight delays. The FAA software that caused those flight delays and cancellations on Wednesday is 30 years old. Government sources say beyond its advanced age, the software is at least 6 years away from being upgraded. Now Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is pushing the FAA to move faster than its planned timeline. The failure is likely to draw the attention of Congress as the FAA enters its federal funding reauthorization process. A deadly tornado outbreak has devastated parts of the South. Emergency officials say they're responding to reports of injuries and looking for people who may be trapped in the rubble.
And nearly 200,000 customers are without power across 3 states, Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee. Isabel Rosales has the latest.
Oh my God. The National Weather Service confirming a large and extremely dangerous tornado tore through the Selma, Alabama area Thursday afternoon, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Homes and businesses have been torn apart and roads completely cut off by piles of debris. Selma's mayor's office posting on Facebook that the city has suffered significant damage.
Structural damage, trees down, power lines down, and the area is very difficult to access due to debris. They are working house to house and area to area, looking for people who may be entrapped and those who are injured.
Tornado reports are growing across the South. In Mississippi, Georgia, and central Kentucky, more devastation left behind.
We had a horrible line of storms early this morning. Right here it's 100 miles an hour. You see debris going to the north, east, and southeasterly direction. There were a few 2x4s embedded in the ground, a lot of glass, some roof siding.
Weather experts surveying the damage say winter tornado outbreaks are especially worrisome for them.
I worry more about storms in November through February than I do in the spring. Every time it's warm in the cool season is the worst time.
I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
We're getting to the point in high school winter sports where every game matters for the top teams.
Coming up on Newswatch 12, Saul Meyer will break down Rhinelander-Mosinee and Lakeland-Wapaka and who now leads the Great Northern Conference.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Special report.
Spectrum just launched Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and 1 free line of unlimited mobile with no contract. Call 1-833-743-4999.
The Coopers here just got Spectrum One. Why did you switch?
Because Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
And the fastest Wi-Fi speeds.
Look, I can stream Spectrum News across all our devices.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats, keeping our family and devices safe and secure.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
And it includes nationwide 5G.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and 1 free line of unlimited mobile with talk, text, and data. Call 1-833-743-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty: an answer. Uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers. Mayo Clinic. you know where to go.
And coming up, we're going to have your local news, sports, and weather.
Alrighty, and we get to enjoy some nicer weather Friday through the weekend. Cooling off a bit, but some concerning warm temperatures on the way. More when you tune in on your Friday from 5 to 7 a.m.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
The Great Northern Conference is as tight as ever for boys hockey. Rhinelander has a share of first place with Lakeland Union, and Mosinee has a share of third with Tomahawk. All four of those teams are playing tonight, so the standings could see a huge shakeup by the end of the night. Let's start off with our first matchup between Rhinelander and Mosinee. Here in the first period, Mosinee wasted no time putting points on the board. They win the faceoff here, and Gavin Abramski puts it in the back of the net 40 seconds into the game, and Mosinee's up 1-0. Rhinelander looking to respond quickly with an absolute laser of a slap shot from Lane Rozier that just gets deflected by the Mosinee goalie to keep the Hodags off the board. Here comes the Mosinee counterattack. A nice spin move from Elliot Yurkovsky, and he tries to score off of it, but Tyler Kimmerling is able to corral it in. Later that period, Gavin Abramski wanted goal number 2, and his shot goes just wide, but Mosinee is able to get the puck right back and put it in the back of the net via a Connor Zastro goal, and Mosinee is going to go on to win it 7-2. Now to the Lakeland Ice Arena, where the T-Birds hosted the Wapaka Comets. First period, Lakeland's Jack Rubo settles the puck, sneaks by a defender, and it's mano-a-mano with the goalie. He goes 5-hole. Lakeland up 2-0, but the Comets playing hard. A mess at the net leads to a Sawyer Bohm goal. Lakeland, though, wouldn't stop. On the power play, Braden Warchall passes to Max Haggart, and his slap shot finds side net. Lakeland rolls in this one, winning 5-2. The T-Birds now have sole possession of first place in the GNC. Wisconsin Valley Union traveled to historic Eagle River Dome, and this game would start off hot, getting 2 goals within the first 8 minutes from Castleberg and Jones. Then at 4:25 in the second period, WVU freshman Mange would go down hard, with Pine senior Donna Lotzer getting a penalty for boarding. That's a 5-minute major, and it would prove to be costly. Wisconsin Valley Union would score 3 while Lotzer was in the box. WVU would prove to be unmatched on offense tonight, with Pines only putting up 1 goal, with WVU winning this one 7, Northland Pines 1. Let's move on from the ice to the hardwood. Newman Catholic hosting Edgar in some girls hoops action. Here in the second half, good ball movement from the Cardinals. Quick passing all around until they swing it out to Evie Bates, who drives in and gets the floater for 2. Edgar responding with some good ball movement of their own. Michaela Workus gets the ball in the corner, drives in and gets her own floater for the Wildcats. And here's Bates with another floater attempt. This one just misses after banging around the rim, but Ashley Jankowski gets the steal off the board and is able to put it in for 2. Edgar responding big time. Reagan Borchardt getting double teamed, but that's no problem as she gets the bucket and Edgar gets the win 59-52. A top Northwoods athlete will be taking her talents to Division I track and field. Callie Volk is currently leading the Blue Jays on the basketball court right now, but she's had tremendous success in cross country and track and field, including first place in high jump at state. And by the way, she has a 4.0 GPA. She'll be joining her sister Courtney at UW Milwaukee in the fall. We'll be right back after the break.
Would you look at that?
It's beautiful. Wow. That's our boy.
So proud.
Right now, get a sausage McMuffin or sausage biscuit paired with hash browns for just $2.50.
Here is your News Watch 12 Ski and Board Report, brought to you by Ski Brule.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it. Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it with Maverick. Maverick cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Maverick stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Maverick with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C? Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Maverick.
Ask your doctor about Maverick. AbbVie could help you save.
When searching for your next truck, you want your truck to last. Get the job done right with a Lenz truck. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck, Lenz Truck. We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
We got the trucks. At a time when misinformation is all too common on social media, we take great pride in bringing you the news that matters, that impacts your family, news you can trust. Local broadcast journalists bring you the facts, covering the stories breaking in our community and across the globe. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on local journalism. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Singer Lisa Marie Presley, the only child of the late Elvis Presley and Priscilla Presley, has died. Her mother confirmed the death. She was 54. Presley was rushed to the hospital earlier Thursday after suffering from a heart attack. Presley was most recently seen in public Tuesday night at the Golden Globe Awards. She was there with her mother to support the film Elvis about her late father. Presley was married 4 times to Michael Lockwood, Nicolas Cage, Michael Jackson, and Danny Keough. They had 4 children.
Nath Frederick Place is one of the Northwood's only homeless shelters. It opened in 2011 and has been at or near full capacity since then. Each resident costs the shelter an average of $60 per day, meaning raising funds is always top of mind for Executive Director Tammy Modick. This year, CoVantage Credit Union's Rhinelander branch chose Nath Frederick Place for its Giving Tuesday campaign.
Given directly to CoVantage here in Rhinelander and identified as the Giving Tuesday Fund. So one of the downsides for us with Nath is we don't know exactly who made those donations. So all we can do is thank the whole community.
This year's total donation to Nath totaled just over $18,000. The shelter held fundraisers during the 2-week campaign, and money was matched dollar for dollar by CoVantage.
This is the first year for Nath being the Giving Tuesday recipient. And I don't know if Tammy knows this. This was Rhinelander's best year.
This year's overall donation from CoVantage's Giving Tuesday campaign totaled just over $360,000 for the area. Other organizations to receive donations were the Achieve Center in Wausau, Avail in Antigo, Elko Fire and Rescue Squad, and the Crandon Area Community Foundation. We'll be right back with one final check of the weather.
Every family is a little bit different, and we'd all love life to be a little bit simpler. No matter where you work or how hard you play, you need reliable appliances to help you conquer the inevitable hectic day. Whether you're optimizing space for the next great race or looking for a quiet place, Criterion appliances are ready when you are.
GMC Sierra with hands-free driving offers the most advanced and luxurious pickup in its class. Yeah, it rocks.
As a combat wounded veteran, I know how hard it is to come home and build a meaningful life. When I was in Iraq, our vehicle was hit. A rocket-propelled grenade exploded right under my seat. Traumatic brain injury, a fractured pelvis, severe burns. They didn't think I was going to make it. I had to learn to walk again and live with the scars, both visible and invisible.
DAV helps veterans like LaToya get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
With DAV on my side, I was able to pursue my dreams. If my story can touch a heart, it can change a life. My victory is overcoming my wounds so I can help other veterans.
LaToya Lucas, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
This week on Wheel, everyone loves a shopping spree. Pick that up.
Yeah, I'll take you on a shopping spree next.
Yeah, I'll take it. Can I use your credit card?
Of course.
Okay, sounds good. Plus,
Actually taught myself how to after I saw Vanna does it as well.
and
S.
no. C. No. Rachel.
D.
No. I'm sorry. Can you name this tune? I'll be at the bar.
Weeknights at 6:30 on NBC 12.
Conrad, I feel like we're either in Saul's hometown or home state of Texas or Jessica's home state of Ohio right now. This is not Northwoods winter weather.
Yeah, this is more like in the middle, Dan, right? Warmer temperatures. We should be in the lower 20s, but nowhere near that. Taking a look outside right now, we did have a couple of flurries, but now we're cloudy. Still some flurries in the area, but overall, we're starting to clear out. Temperatures, though, are starting to cool down. We will have cooler temperatures tomorrow, but look what happens by Monday. 36 degrees as a high. Lots of melting will be happening. It's going to be a whole slushy mess outside. Not looking forward to that.
Wow, yeah, that warm up next week. Wow. Thanks, Conrad.
It's going to be Florida weather. Not quite.
Yeah, break out your tank tops.
Not quite.
That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Get up to 80% off list prices during our huge inventory reduction sale at Slumberland Furniture. $20 million worth of furniture and mattresses must go. Lowest prices around on recliners, sofas, mattresses, and lots more. Slumberland Furniture.
See your local Northern Wisconsin and UP Ski-Doo dealers.
This winter, Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg wants you to unleash the Snow Beast. Win a 2023 Ski-Doo Renegade Enduro snowmobile with an enclosed trailer from Anago Yamaha. Then we'll send you to AJ's Walleye Lodge in the UP for 5 days and 4 nights of serious powder. Earn points, rewards, play, and entries. We'll give it away Saturday, January 28th at 9 p.m. Unleash the Snow Beast at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
Look! It's easy to say things. Anyone can do that.
Look closer.
Meaning what you say, that's a little harder. And a little harder to find. But at U.S. Cellular, when we say you get unlimited data for $29.99 per line, we don't mean only if you get 4 lines. We mean $29.99 per line, even 1. Plus, every plan is price protected for every customer.
As a nurse, your capacity to give is superhuman until it's not. These days, nearly every nurse is exhausted. You deserve an employer who shares your passion